Hi! Welcome to the Swindle. I keep wanting to call it the heist. I don't know why. Anyway, this is a guide to the first level and a bit of the second, basically until you get bugs, which is where the money really starts to flow in. We'll cover the enemies, the types of traps, and a few of the basic upgrades, and then at the end I'll do a montage of all the upgrades in their entirety. So starting off, the first house, you get 22 for each of those bags of notes, and the goal is to save 100 to get hacking. These guys, you can be a bit risky and hit them as they come to you, but you're much better off using a door or hitting them from behind. Well, not using a door, but hiding behind a door until they turn around, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Those are computers. Once you get the hacking skill, you can hack them for a lot of cash. And until we can hack those, there's no point cleaning out the level, because most of the money's in the computers anyway. So I'm just kind of plodding around. I got 110 now, so I can leave. These windows take 3 hits to break. Remember that. You can upgrade your melee later, but it's pretty expensive and it's not something you want to focus on at first. You can pretty much ride around the slums until day 80, 85. Ideally, you want to be out of there by 90, but we'll talk about that in a bit as well. Again, a risky move there. Your better bet, if he was coming towards me, which he is now, wait with the door shut and then open it and clonk him on the back of the head when he turns around. Clonk. In that fashion. And then just one last guy here. It doesn't really matter at this point if I get busted, because we've got all the money we need. That was on purpose, just to show you that you should always learn where your exit is and fall, or at least drag down the wall. Fortunately, even if you don't get it in the first day, you can go to the second day and you'll still be getting 22 per unit. There we are, 22, 22. And then I set the alert off there because I am a fool. So I just had a quick look around before the police came, to see if there was anything. There's a computer, but I can't do much with it. But there's some money down there, and you'll notice that once the alarm goes off, if they walk over cash money things, the money will disappear. They'll basically destroy piles of money, and the computers just lose money at a kind of random set rate. Again, being a little bit risky there, but just trying to make that last 44. Got alerted there, but that's fine, except that he hit me on the back of the head, so be careful of that too. Like, and if you've got to this stage, really, you may as well restart. Like, you can so easily make 100 in the first house. A good trick though is to hang off walls. Before you get like the ability to stop on walls, you can just jump up and slide down like that to hit them from on top, if there's no obvious way to get them there. But now we've got 100, I'm just looking around for any other easy things. And again, don't mind setting him off there. He wasn't going to hit me in the face, so I could just afford to be risky. So now we've got 100, go back to the airship and buy hacking level 1. Yes, please. And then head straight back. I'm still on 96 days, but I'm going to start cutting in other footage now. This is called, where there's 2 of them, you can double door them, or you can get on a lip below them like that, if there is, and just jump up and hit them on the back of the head. We'll look at doing that through windows as well. You can roll up and down here as well, just to get a view of what's going on. I didn't notice that door on the first step down. Wait for both of them to turn, and then we'll hack this computer. The other one's just down there to the left. As you'll see later, there's goggles you can get which show you where the computers are, but that's £809 out of the bank. This is a bit tricky. You've got to drop down, get the first one, then jump back up quickly, and wait for him to go. So with his 2 on patrol in a small room, try and look for the break, and find the most reasonable exit. Always take it slowly, like it's better not to risk anything. That was a bit of a mess up there, but you can always run around after you set the alarm, and you can, you see here, when you're hacking a computer, after the alarm's gone off it's losing money. Those red things coming up are coming away from the total, so the longer you leave it the more you'll lose, and of course the entire time the police might arrive. They'll always arrive around your airship. On the slums you've got kind of a long time, like 15-20 seconds often. So nothing to worry about. These are spike pits. Back to the mission now. Don't fall into spike pits. This is what happens. It's kind of obvious, right? You're gonna die. Unfortunately, if monsters fall in there, they'll be stuck to monsters, robots, patrolmen. Anyways, as I said, always try and look around the top of the thing, but make sure you can get back and, in fact, get up. Like, if we'd come down that side and there was no route back through the middle, we'd be stuck and you'd have to terminate your employee. So be careful of dropping down places you know you can't get back up from. Anyway, finally, we get a heist successful, 100% of the cash stolen. There's a ghost bonus there, 750. And now we've got 1 successful heist. The XP bonus will increase, first to 1.2, then to 1.4 here. This is 2 successful heists with the 3rd just completed, so the next one will be 1.6, as we'll see in a second, but it just goes up by a 0.2 increment. The highest I've ever had is 2.0, and then obviously my operatives died because I've done something ridiculously stupid. There's 1.6, and it can be quite meaningful, like on a haul of 760, it increases. There's 1.8 on a haul of 8. Woo, look at that. And later on you'll see a 2 in one of the screens on one of my other guys. You can also get an aptitude bonus, which as far as I can tell is for using as many items as you possibly can, so you won't have that option early on, but later on you can. So you use bombs and invisibility and EMPs and everything else. And the ghost bonus goes up with zones too. That's in the warehouse district. 6,000 instead of 750. Anyway, when you can afford it, you want to come here and buy double jump. That's absolutely key. You'll need about 1,900 for all three of these. Double jumping is now 500. Run movement speed 1,000. That's really good. Sorry, wall jumping 1,000 and movement speed 400. There. Movement speed will obviously help you get away from stuff and just get around the level quicker. Also, you'll start to meet tougher baddies. You'll see the regular guy there, and I just double doored them. So when they're out of commission, or if they're out of pattern, stay behind the door, hit the first one, wait, close it, hit the second one. These drones take 2 hits. They've got a little camera on them. Later they'll be upgraded with a gun on the next district. If they see you, they'll set the alarm off and they'll move their searchlight. They'll pick a target and then float around it for a bit. Typically after you hit them, they float back to more or less where they were. And then these guys who run a bit slower but have long distance vision, you want to be careful of them. So get out of their sight range and jump up in that fashion. And also don't kill anyone unnecessarily. Like, I can hack that computer perfectly safely out of its vision, so I don't need to worry about him. Now down here you can see I can drop onto that guy, but it's not going to be pretty. Easier to come over the side and come in through this other door. There we are. Wait till he turns his back, hit him there. And again, a computer, I don't have to worry about that guy the far side. And then that's 2 computers. That's probably both of them. A haul of 1,500, pretty solid for the slums. There are occasionally 3, but I mean, why risk it, right? We're not going to be here for long. The next thing you want to do is save up 9,000, or wait till about day 85, whichever comes first. Watch out for jumps like this. Once you've got double jump, you can actually get across much more easily, like that. Double jump gives you the boost. Also, wall hang, you've got the slide clonk, like that. It becomes a much safer play with wall hang, which lets you just stop mid-wall, like that. And what that means is you can slide down stuff, you'll see here, and I can just wait above this guy. I'm a little bit high there. But there, you can just hit them pretty safely. Then I kind of drop down to the right, undo the mine, hit the drone. And then this guy I wanted to hang as well, but I dropped a bit too low. This is an advanced game. I've just come back where I've got steampunk, auto invisibility, when you can see. Another trick is the window trick. Don't stand too close to the edge, but you jump up and hit the window 3 times. This is harder to do with the guys with short range because they move a little bit faster and turn a little bit quicker. But he'll come out after you smash the window and then just jump up and clump him in the head again. Mines, they'll come at about day 92, I think, 93. Yeah, there you go. You need to hack them to get past them. Don't abort the hack, don't fail the hack. Once you've set them, you can have enemies run into them and they'll set them off, but be careful they don't blow up computers because they'll actually destroy computers. Destroyed computers, though, can still be bugged, which is good to know. Anyway, we're slowly saving our money up. There is a drone, just the double hit, and a very common setup here is 2 dudes in a drone. So just be aware of the multiple permutations you can take. There's 2 of them up there. Look, quite often they'll have a long distance guy in there just for the mix as well. Sometimes you get 2 long distance guys. They're a bit tougher. The timing is a little bit off. You just got to look for that opportunity, get one and get out, and then just wait for the next one to come back. There he is there. So really just take it slow. If there's nothing obvious to get, don't worry about it. Work on your bonus multiplier, keep your experience up. Better to get no things. It's better not to die and come away with no money than it is to lose your multiplier, because the ×2 means you can afford to lose 1 or 2 and still come out on top. And you can see, always come over the top. That's a great example of why. There's almost always a better way to come in. You can get quite far over those spike pits. Watch out for these security cameras. They'll come at about day 88. There's not much you can do about them until you get hacking level 3, when you can disable the security rooms, which will pop in at about day 85. You can't even hack mines under them without the hack speed upgrade. Once you get the hack speed upgrade, you can, but with the move upgrade there, you can run across. I was trying to time a jump and then completely fudged up. Anyway, once you've saved 9,000, or even if you've only got 4,000, you can grab this. Ideally, you want to go in with hacking skill level 2, but if you don't worry. You can always move ahead. There's some other great skills in there, but primarily you want to ignore them all for now and just aim straight for bugs. The money you get back on bugs is so high that it's stupid not to go for it first. It's 25,000, which seems like a lot, but believe me, it'll come in quickly. Hopefully you've got an operative who's got a little bit of an experience bonus at this point, because it's going to be a while before we get another successful heist. There's a computer down there with a locked door, but there's a mine on it, so I'm going to have a look around for some other opportunities. And remember, if I didn't have hack level 2, I couldn't get into that first door at all. I also don't have bombs, and without bombs there's going to be some inaccessible bits in here as well, but we'll buy those pretty soon after bugs. These gorilla guys, they take 3 hits. Again, I was just under the window, I had to jump pretty high to get it, but then walk up behind them and hit them 3 times. Wait till they stop flashing between each hit, because remember you can't mash attack, which I quite like. Sometimes also to jump out of these you'll have to smash the top window, otherwise you kind of get caught on it. Then just double jump your way up, past puzzle dog meat, delicious. And over here, and again, if you don't have the door hack here, you're not going to be able to get in. As it is, there's nothing in there. There was just a little bit of cash. You can see I've got 72 cash from going in there, so I'm going in this way, killing the drone. Fixing the mine, and actually here I could have just let this gorilla come over the mine, but instead I decided to use the door trick on him. I'm not exactly sure why, there was no real need. But you can see up on the right there's the computer, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get up there because the gap between it means I'm going to set the mine off, and if that goes off the computer will blow up anyway. So I dropped down here to have a look, and it actually kind of all went a bit wrong. I kill this guy here. What you can do is hack the door. There we go, I eventually dropped down here. You can hack the door and then hold on the last hack. You'll see in a second. Or do I not go down? I think I get seen by this guy, in fact. What you can do is hold the hack. No, I quit. But here again, a wall hang. Just to hang over here, but you can... I think we're going to hold the hack with this guy, that's why. You can drop down, you can get these guys. There's a security room on the top left as well, and you've got on the middle left, just where that drone's hanging around now, just above. When you and those guys up there, the kind of fish man at the top, if you land on them, you can walk sideways into them, but if you land on them, you die. These guys walk back and forward, and you can just hold the hack for as long as you need. Sorry, this is what I was trying to say earlier. And just wait until he turns around with the door, it's fine, and then sneak up behind him. Now there's a security camera in there, so it's kind of difficult to get a computer hack in without the hack speed upgrade before the security camera swings back at you. So you see there I got busted. But that's fine, the other computer's just underneath us, and that was in a bomb-proof room anyway, so I just got out as quickly as I could. Still made 3,000. And that's the point, computers on this second stage, if you can get to them, will give you 3,000 very easily. And with an XP bonus multiplier, as you see there 2 times, that's 5,000. And if you want to jump straight ahead to bombs, you can do that, but I'd strongly recommend just saving for bugs. Yeah, so, and quite often you'll get like a computer gifted right here, so just carry on going until you've made 25,000. There's one computer there, and in this case I've got 3386 up there. There's a computer right at the beginning, and I paused here because I was like, do I really want to go in deeper? Like, if I come out now with the ×2 multiplier, that's 7,000 just for, no effort at all. There's so many other creative ways I could die or get busted. But again, using the wall clonk there to hang over. I don't know why I'm going into that room, there's no one there. Dropping down there, that's a really scary room, and I just don't particularly want to get involved. The security camera, the spikes, the multiple guards with their long distance views, different timings. And you can see in here, again, a guard, a mine that I've got to hack, a dude up the top, and all that for, here's a gorilla, and yeah, that's what went wrong. I just got a bit greedy with the jump, and so I got busted. So if I just come out, I only made another 30 or 40 money, but the 2 times multiplier made it significant. Now to get up these overhangs, you'll need double jump at a bare minimum. What you need to do is jump up, slide down to about there, and then jump out and jump up. Make sure you haven't used your double jump before you hit the wall. That's a skill you can upgrade later. And always check over the top. Always take your time, because you can see here, there's a really easy back door into this computer. Don't have to worry about the mines, don't have to worry about all the enemies on the way. You can also hit stuff through mines. You can see there I was standing on the mine and I still hit that guy. You can knock guys into pits, but just carry cracking on. I jumped over this mine with double jump, I think eventually. No, I decided against it. I came around the other side. There was a window up there. We're doing it from here, because that jump could have gone wrong with the spike pit before it. But smash through there. Try and get the drone. Watch out for that guy above. And you'll also see a new enemy type down here, these little bouncing fellas. They'll take 2 hits and you can't touch them. They don't have a range of vision, but if you touch them they'll explode. I was thinking about getting the guy at the top, but didn't really need to. So then hack the mine. I always normally hack the computer first, but you can see I'm up to 18,000 now. But the problem is, don't miss mines. That's what happens if you fluff it. So I lost my 2 times experience guy, but eventually I'd made 25,000 by what, day 82. So you'll be, by day 75, as long as you're getting bugs, you're in really good shape, and you'll find every playthrough you start to do a little better. The trick is patience. and just going over the top. But once you get bugs, you'll see the closer you plant a bug to the center of your computer, the more money it'll get. On the warehouse district, they will give you about 30 to 35 coins per second, and that's every second that you're playing the map and not in the airship. So you can see the bank is already increasing up, 472, 506, 540, 574 and so on. You can really, a lot of the time I'll just go in, find a computer, plant a bug, hack it, get out, and just keep doing that. You can see there, this is a little further on where I can put 2 bugs per second, but even when you can only put 1 per second, you can see there I've got lots of bugs going. And look at the bank going in, 111,794. I'm getting like, what, 30 times 7, 210, 2,100, sorry, every second. Is that right? 30 times 7? 210 every second. And in the next zone it goes up to 50, then 70, then 90 I think, by the final zone, or the pre-Swindle zone. Anyway, we're going to have a look here. I've got all the skills except Pod Steam Purge and Steam Purge level 3, which gives you invisibility for 10 seconds. And I'll show you some of the things you can do. I'm just going to do it in the warehouse district as a point of comparison, and I also don't want to spoil the other enemies for you. I've got goggles which show me where the computers are. You can see those arrows there show me the distance and direction of the computers. I've got melee upgrades, so those things die in 1 hit. I've got all the hack speed upgrades, so that you only have to do 1 direction there. I've got auto steam purge, so if I get seen, that comes on. I've also got drone hack level 4, and what that means is the drones will follow you and fight for you. That's one of those fish guys that you can't land on. The drones are remarkably inaccurate though, that's the problem. They're good if they're out in the open, they're tough in a room, often they miss everything. There's no security room in this one, but we're going to use a bomb to get rid of that body and that mine. It might blow that computer out, which is a shame. Also, my bank account's being leached. That will start to happen. Now that computer's still in one piece. Be very careful when using bombs and mines that you don't detonate the computer. When you start using bugs, your account can be leached like that. What you've got to do is find the little green dude. He's got a line to the radar like that. Kill him and then hack the radar. You don't lose very much money. It's only a few coins a second, so you can take your time getting up there, or just ditch the area if you're near the end. Now there's a security camera, a drone there. The bombs have made some nice holes. And what you can use is EMP to detonate stuff around you. Unfortunately, EMP also affects computers, as you can see there. And it doesn't affect cameras. You've got to get to the security room for that. But the security room is awesome. We'll see one of those in the next map. So across Iron's shipping. And let's see if we can find anything else. We can smash our way in here. Windows only take 1 hit now. And you can also see what 5 jumps do, and I can fall as far as I like with the fall upgrade, which is good. So falling is no longer death. Steam Purge, invisibility, really useful. You can just run into a room with invisibility on and not worry about being seen at all. So that's good. And Auto Steam Purge basically does that the first time you get seen. It works once per level. Steam Purge upgrade on the right, I've got the maximum speed upgrade. You can see how quickly it's going up, and the EMP charge also very slow. You can confuse robots too, make them attack each other. Sadly, when they're just on their own, they will still attack you, but if there's 2 of them, quite often they'll just kill each other. You can remote detonate stuff, that's going to kill the computer as well, so be careful of that. There's 2 ranges on that, this is maximum range, but you can use it. I've just blown up all 3 computers amazingly. You can see on the left hand side as well, property cache, that shows how much cash is left in the building along with security stations. There are none in there. So you get an idea of how to get 100% if you're really chasing that ghost bonus. That's Auto Steam Purge kicking off, so when you're seen by something, you'll automatically get an invisibility. And my bombs are now super big as well. I've got the radius increase, you'll see here. We're going to head back now though to another run. This one's got a security station in it. So hacking our way through here, 1 hit on the drone. This mine's a bit of a problem, so quite often if I see mines like this I'll just put a bomb underneath them, as long as there's nothing vital nearby, because what that'll do is blow that up, destroy the door, take the mine out as well, and also there'll just be a lip where that gorilla man can't get over, and as we hoped, or as I kind of hoped, he got clipped as well, so it actually sort of cleans that room up. Steam Purge I can use just to jump over here and actually make it all the way up to the gorilla, and I missed him in the first place. There we are. So Steam Purge 6 seconds has, for me at least, been everything I could ever need. 10 seems like overkill. Don't forget to plant bugs, obviously, and the up and down goggles. This is level 2 of the goggles. The first ones are only, bionic eyes I think are only 1,000 now, so they're a kind of okay investment, but the level 2 really make a difference. You can see up and down an awful lot, which can really help with planning. You can see whether or not there's actually a route in anywhere. There wasn't a route into this security room down here, so I want to show you what the security room does. So the bombs are super wide, as you can see, and I'm just going to bomb my way down here. There's the security room directly underneath us, and a computer, I think, over to the right. And then I need to just blow a hole here because this is an easier way, and I can carry 10 bombs into a mission as well, which is really nice. 3 you actually find yourself running out of awfully quickly. My steam purge isn't up yet, it hasn't regenerated. So what I can do, it's a little bit risky, but you can drop down and hang on the wall and hit this guy in the head. But always try and get the drone first. But then I landed on the mine because I'm a fool and I didn't see it. So no security station for you. Here we go, I think there's a security station right near the beginning here. So this actually gives you a much better idea. Yeah, there we are. So I jump up here, get steam purge ready just in case, because it just makes life a little bit easier. Use it there, get through the window, smash that guy, get up the drone, across these spikes. I was a little bit worried coming back across these spikes. Getting over them is fine, but jumping back you've got to jump early rather than late and just sort of bounce your way down the corridor off the floor and ceiling. It's a bit annoying, but it works, as you'll see in a minute. I'm just looking down there to see where the computer is, but now it's hacked. All those drones are dead, and what you can do is hack them and start like a little drone army who will follow you around. I think the most I've ever had is 6, but they get so easily stuck on stuff. They're a lot better here. These ones don't have guns, they just kind of explode in an area detonation, which is great. Here comes the gorilla. I kind of wanted to hack the mine before he got there, but didn't get the chance. So just drop off and flip around and get him that way. My EMP charge is up because I haven't used it this mission, so I could have used it there. Also in the final mission, the Swindle, you'll find the remote detonator is incredibly useful. Just putting it out there, and I actually undervalued it early on. It's a lot of fun if used properly. There's a computer there. And with the hack speed up, yeah, you can see here that's not so close to the centre, so it's 33. But there. 33 coming in every second, and I've upgraded to 2 bugs, so if I find 2 computers, there's the second one down there I can put it on as well. My account's being leached again. Auto steam purge kicked in there because that guy saw me. And you can see the bank is going up, but then down a little bit. I think it's what, losing 4 or 5. Yeah, 4. And this guy was quite sneaky here. He's all the way down here, a little green mole fellow. He normally takes 3 hits. It's because I've got a melee upgrade that I hit him in 1, and then just go back to the radar dish and hack it. That's kind of it. I didn't realise I didn't show you teleport, but again, teleport's kind of overrated. You stand next to something, push the stump, and it just teleports you through it. It's not that great. It can save you some bombs in later levels because you can teleport through walls and stuff, but yeah, the recharge is slow and you've got to get back, so a lot of the time, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, now you'll see at the bottom as well the bug is waiting to be refilled, so if you spend too long on one level it will run out if you've just placed it in that game. There we are, there's 2 bugs. So you can be getting as much as 160, 170 per second just from one level when you get up to the bank zone. There's a bit more money down there. I just wanted to show you the aptitude and ghost bonus if you do actually... I'd set that mine off. Hack these bots as well, that'll confuse them. What I wanted to do was wait for more of them to get in range. There we go, so he killed him. Sadly not enough. Just run past that mine and set it off. I figured why not, and then I figured I'd hack this drone to kill this guy who appears to be stuck for some reason, I'm not quite sure why. And then the drone sort of got stuck and was useless anyway, as they usually are. Probably cash left 280, so you can see if you really want to get those ghost challenges, this one's particularly useful for it. The goggles, I think they cost 10,000 and show the total wealth, but I really prefer the computers first and then the security upgrade, because ghost is really high on my priorities. There's 2 more bags of cash up here, I think 1 on the mine and 1 directly above there. I wanted to get you, get me, the ghost bonus for getting all the cash, so just doing this mine, which should be really straightforward, but somehow I fluffed it. So that's it for now. On the left, sticks. I don't know if you like that sort of thing, and on the right, I'm doing a playthrough of the Swindle, just in real time. So there might be swearing in that. Click the eye on the top right for access to that and more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!